Hello, Rose here. I'm shiny hunting the ARROKUDAAAAA line. Did I tell you about the ARROKUDAAAAA line? I don't think I have. Or if I have, I don't care. I'm just gonna say it again. I am not fond of the ARROKUDAAAAA line. It's my truth. I'm sorry, I have to speak my truth. My goodness gracious. And you know, the water shiny hunting, this water shiny hunting is pissing me off. I'm the original roast walker. I haven't even played Deltarune, haven't even played Undertale. I mean, I've seen playthroughs of Undertale, but I haven't even seen a playthrough of Deltarune. Mayhaps I will. I don't know, depends. If you're a Deltarune enjoyer, let me know what you like about it. Anyway, I don't know if I had told y'all, but the ARROKUDA, the whole line, not that it's like 5 line evolutions to it, but I have the outbreaks for them, and it's like, you know what, I just gotta get it done with. Gotta do the didn't get it done and do the dang thing. So far, I do have Barraskewda. I pushed through to get a shiny Barraskewda. That worked out relatively okay. Some of my sanity was lost. That's okay too. Let me show you the shinies. Also, I don't know if I showed you, I was hunting shiny green Minior, and I did get that. Yes, I did. Let me see, because I've been moving around the Pokemon. Sometimes I move around my Pokemon so that it's like in the same evolution line, and then sometimes I don't. I'm like, I'll do it later. I don't know. Like, some of my evolutions are not together. So if I forget, you know, it just happens. It just happens. But let me see. Did I show you I got a shiny Toadstool? I named him the Walker. Yes, indeed. Oh, I also got another extra shiny Riolu while I was hunting for Barraskewda. I didn't need this Riolu, but I'm thinking I may keep it for my own personal collection. We'll see. I think I'm gonna check to see what the size is, and maybe that'll help me determine if I want it or not. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. Here it is. The green, as you can see right there, it's green, but it's a shiny. And I named it Luma. And this is Luma. And this is Luma. And this is Luma. And let me guess, your name is, that's right, Gordon. Bum, bum, ba-dum. That's a SpongeBob reference, but instead of Luma, it's Olaf. If you know what I'm talking about, shout out to you. I don't think there's any other shinies I moved around. So I did get, while I was, and I still am, shiny hunting the ARROKUDA, but during this ARROKUDA outbreak, I found this shiny Seedot, as you can see. And here is the Barraskewda. So I got the Barraskewda first, right? And then I came back to the ARROKUDA outbreak. And while I was doing that, boom, shiny Yanma. Yanma? Yamamya? You know what? No, I was gonna rename my Yanma to Yamamya, but I don't know, it's kind of silly. Should I rename my Yanma to Yamamya? Let me know. But anyway, that's about all the shinies. Well, let me show the shiny Riolu, the extra. Oh, also, additionally too as well, I got my own shiny green Minior because I love green. Can you tell? Can you tell? That was a little odd to do because, so obviously, if you don't know, but for me it's obvious, shiny hunting Minior is a bit of a challenge because they appear in the game with the shell around them, so you can't tell if it's a shiny or not. You have to run into it for it to do like that sparkle animation that it's like, hey, I'm a shiny. So what you have to do is you have to auto battle the Minior until your Pokemon is like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And so I had to do that, right? But the issue that can come up is that the outbreak can run out. But that's okay if you save beforehand, before auto battling them until the outbreak disperses. You can just close the game, reset, and repeat kind of moment. So I was doing that, right? And I got the first Minior, but the outbreak was like really close to dispersing. Like I think it was 2 to 4 Pokemon I would auto battle and the outbreak would disperse. So it was kind of getting tedious to like constantly refresh my game, open and close, open and close, open and close. So what I had to do was, here's a niche tip for you shiny hunters out there in Scarlet Violet. If your Pokemon, if you set it out to auto battle a Pokemon and it chases the Pokemon to knock it out, it's not a shiny. But if you do that, you have to make sure a few times because some cases a Pokemon won't battle a Pokemon and it's not shiny just because it's like in a weird area where it can't reach the Pokemon. Interesting to explain. But if it's like, say in this scenario, a flat surface and the Pokemon that you're trying to shiny hunt is here and your Pokemon is here and you set it out to have it run after, if it runs, it's not a shiny. But if you set it out here and it's like, it's a shiny. So that's something to keep in mind. So I was doing stuff like that. And in the outbreak of the Minior, there was like a bunch of other things spawning besides the Minior. So it was like a few Minior at a time that I'd have to like check. And then I'd have to picnic reset. It was tedious. But I managed to get the second green Minior. And I named it Guava, actually, because it has the apostrophe. Because it's like based off of this little candy that I was given. And it's very good. And here is the extra Riolu. I don't know what size it is. I have to check it out. Maybe if we get really lucky today in this very episode, I can check out the size of this Riolu. All right, let's see, let's check. It's also difficult to hunt for the Arrokuda because the color's different, yes, and it's a little obvious if I'm being honest. However, again, the same issue. The sunlighting and the moonlighting makes the color of the Pokemon look different, and on top of that, the water makes it look different. So it's double color change moments. So you have to be like, is that it? Is that, what is that? I don't know. Like, and you get duped. But yeah, it's been a day 17 of shiny hunting Arrokuda. Like, give it up for day 17. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for any like other random shinies around, because like how I was saying, the Arrokuda is like in the river, it's in the water. Other land Pokemon are spawning. So I have to keep my eye out. That's how I got the Seedot and the Yanma. And it was crazy because the Yanma appeared, right? And Yanma, Yamamya, they run away when you get too close to them. They're scaredy cats. So when it spawned, it was really close to me and it ran away. And I was saving as it was running away. And I'm like, oh no, like, did it actually like despawn somehow? But I look up and it's like 50 feet in the air. I'm like, how am I gonna get that? Luckily it moved down, so I was able to run into it, like throw my Pokeball at it and get it. But I was a little worried there, I can't lie. I'm hoping too, if there's like an extra shiny that I don't need, well, not necessarily, if there's an extra shiny that I'm not hunting for is what I wanted to say. That it's a shiny that I still need to check off the criteria checklist box list. And then I'll be okay. Because that's how I got the Hoot Hoot. Oh, and did I show you? I don't know if I showed you. Let me show you. I got the 2 Noibats. And so I evolved one into Noivern. Let me show you. So here is the highly coveted Batsune Miku. And then just Noivern. I was considering naming her Toothpaste, but I don't know, I feel like she's too elegant for that, so I just kind of left her alone. I don't know. It's not like I have to name the Pokemon every single time. It's just if I come up with a silly nickname or a good nickname. There is a Spinnerack in the water. Girl, how they heal? Boy, what the hell, boy? I don't know. That was a Bombardier in the water. It was like in the flying animation, but it was in the water. I'm like, how you doing it? Let me tell y'all, I really want to. So ZA is out now. I don't have ZA. I mean, I guess I do want it, you know. I do want it, but to have it on the Switch 1, I'm not sure. I'm a little burned with, I've been burned with Violet. The performance isn't like too bad, but sometimes it gets like really slow. The frame rate just drops a lot. And usually I'm okay with frames dropping. I'm not like, what do you mean the frame went from 60 FPS to 59? Like, and even like, to be honest, 60 FPS sometimes is like, or even like 120 FPS. It can sometimes be nauseating for me to look at for too long. Excuse me, I don't know why. But it is. At times. Unless I guess I get used to it. I don't know. Please, I want. Please! Oh, how amazing would it be to get this Arrokuda right now, live and in color. Not now, Curlia. But I'm thinking, once I get this Arrokuda, because I'm gonna get it, I'll get on Arceus. I think it's time. I haven't finished completing the whole dex for here in Scarlet Violet, but that's okay. It's not like I can't come back to it. And I've made quite a lot of progress. I'm quite happy with the progress I've made so far. I keep doubting myself. Is that a shiny Arrokuda? If you haven't seen, Arrokuda is like a brownish, goldish color, like a really dull yellow. And then the shiny is like a silvery color with a blue, like a navy blue or dark blue, whatever you want to call it. Trying to give you a more of a specific color descriptor so you get a vision in your head. I put it in your brain. Let me get out the water so I can imitate what I'm doing to you. I'm going like this. And I put it in your brain. I hope you got it. The Arrokuda actually is a little bit cute, just a little bit. Because in the water, you know how like the fish, they're straight like this, you know? Sometimes Arrokuda looks like it's like this is a regular fish, right? And then the Arrokuda looks like it goes like, huh? Like it's going like this, and I think it looks silly, and it's a banana guineo pose. Any Spanish speaker, Spanish knower, with any level of proficiency, any skill level, do you say guineo or something else? Because I say guineo. I grew up hearing guineo my whole life. No shiny Arrokuda. They keep running into me too. Ah. But how was your day today? Let me know. It's been getting darker sooner. I hope that doesn't affect y'all negatively. Or if you like the dark, I hope you're like, yeah, woo, I'm winning. Yes. I feel like I have to get a haircut soon because I feel like my ends are getting like, they're just, you know what I'm talking about? Like dry and split ends, you know? And it just doesn't look good. Please, please, I want a shiny Arrokuda. All I want for Christmas is shiny Arrokuda. Oh, you know, I wanted to tell y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all, right? Do y'all know these chips? They're not, I guess, just traditional potato chips where they're like a circular disc or anything like that. It's like a fry. It's Andes. The Andes hot fries. Why is the packaging not really that different for the different fries that they offer? Because they got like the cheddar fries and they got like the hot fries, and then there's like fire fries or something, which I assume is supposed to be a hotter version of the hot fries, right? Well, unfortunately, I have been duped. I wanted the hot fries, but it was the cheddar fries that had been acquired. And you know, I'll probably still try it, but it's like I had it in my mind that I wanted the hot fries because I like my spice, right? And now there's no spice. It's not like, oh, I wanted the fire fries, but I got it hot instead. It's just like a little less spicy, you know? It's just, there's no spice at all. But it's okay. You know? Sometimes little things like that, they can like ruin your day if that's like what you were banking on. Like, I needed this, like I was craving this really badly, or like, oh, my day was going really bad and like I need this to feel better or something. And not just like with food, but with anything, I suppose. It's just like you're really banking on something and it's not exactly what you wanted. It can stink. But for me, it's okay because it's not the main thing I was craving. But I don't know. Am I willing to try something new today? I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. Mayhaps I will let you know of my Andy's cheddar fry endeavor. I don't know, y'all. This ARROKUDAAAA stuff, I'm gonna start killing them all. To freedom! If you hear any like loud noises that aren't loud, but they're like, what was that? Like I heard a loud. I am watching a streamer. Her name is Pretty Pink Pommy, and she has the like soundbite redeems, and one of them is to freedom. I love that one. It's so silly. I need to find the origins of that sound. I like to know where things came from, you know? Like, oh, there was this GIF I saw, right? Do you say GIF or GIF? I'm not really mad if you say either or, to be honest. I think I used to say GIF when I was younger, but I think GIF is kind of a little easier for me to say. I feel like it rolls off the tongue for me better, personally. But in ways, I had seen this GIF, right, of this lady. She's like jumping and cheering and clapping her hands, and then she cups her mouth. Like, let me see if I can imitate it. Also, I don't think there was any ARROKUDAAAA there, so let's put this to the side for now. But she's going like woo woo. She's like jumping, and then she's like, and I was like, oh, you know, the GIF seems funny, but the origin of that, like the video to the GIF, crazy. Because to come to find out, the original thing is like, it's like a paternity thing, like, oh, you are not the father, but it's not the Maury show. It's like this judge lady, and come to find out, the guy, I don't know who was like the plaintiff or defendant, but turns out the guy that she was with or something, the daughter that he thought he had wasn't actually his, but like I think he really cared about the daughter or something. But the lady cheered when they announced that he wasn't the father, and the judge, she was like, what are you cheering for? There's like nothing to cheer for. Oh, I'm happy because like she drugged, no, I meant to say dragged, drunk, she dragged that lady. I forget exactly what she said. She was like, oh, like, I'm happy because like my child doesn't have a father. And I'm like, wow, like it was crazy. And it's like, you know, it's sad because the man looked really heartbroken about the news. I don't know the full context to all that, but it was crazy, to say the least. Does Aunt Irma visit on the weekend? I hope if Aunt Irma's visiting you, that's not as bad. Like, maybe if it was bad earlier today or this week, it's lessened in its badness. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Aunt Irma, that's fine. But if you know, you know. Does Aunt Irma visit on the weekend? It's a reference to IT Crowd. I'm not gonna leave you hanging like that. No shiny Arrokuda. I'm hoping if there's like a random shiny that appears that is not what I'm necessarily looking for right now. The one I want to appear next, it would be cute if it was a Lotad. I don't have any of the line yet, but I really would like one. It would be nice. I think I'm most fond of Lotad. It just looks so cute and friend-shaped. And then after that, I'll be honest, I'm not too fond of evolutions, but that's okay. Some people really like the evolutions, which I think is so interesting how there truly is a Pokemon for everyone. Like, no Pokemon goes unloved. Like, with these freaking Arrokudas, I don't like him at all. Except for when they banana pose. But you know, that could be someone's favorite Pokemon. They have a soft spot for Arrokuda. And I think that's nice. And I think you're nuts. Destiny Delvacho from high school? Lotad. I'm also trying to keep my eye out because there's also Hatenas that are spawning. And I do have the whole line, like I don't need any, like actually, but I'm not gonna say no to a shiny, you know, you gotta catch it. I don't know. I think I may give away these shiny Pokemon. I don't know. I really don't know what I would do with them. Because eventually, I will need the space, right? All these duplicates that I have, I'm gonna need space. So what am I gonna do? I don't know. Maybe I'll just like wonder trade them away. We shall see. Because I know it could be like, oh, like keep them because you may like need to trade them or something for like something I want. But I don't think there's gonna be much that I actually want. If anything, it would be a Pokemon that I think I can't like, well, I don't even know, like, because my thing is, for the Scarlet Violet Dex, DLC included, I really want to try and get all the shinies myself, reasonably. Like with the shiny Koraidon, like, you know, you gotta get it how you gotta get it. Hopefully not being scammed through scalpers. But I won't say too much on that. I won't say too much on that. I think I already said enough in that other video. I don't know. I think really the only thing I want right now, like I would love to have, well, there's two, but it's like, let's be reasonable. I don't think there would be a trade fulfilled for that. Probably for both of them. Let's be real. I would love a shiny Pheromosa and a shiny Deoxys. Because I have this concept. Also, have y'all seen, I forget her last name, but I think it starts with an E, Cynthia, because she did Elphaba in Wicked. I haven't seen Wicked, but I've heard of her because of the spaces I'm in. But it's like, and I think there's like the meme going around, like the concept of, so it's like the concept of like, she's like, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, the concept of shiny Deoxys and Pheromosa in luxury balls. Actually, I think I would want the shiny Pheromosa in a luxury ball, and then maybe the shiny Deoxys. If it was, the concept of shiny Deoxys in a cherish ball. I love cherish balls. I think they're probably my most favorite Pokeball. I have a cherish ball over there. It's very cool, but it doesn't open. Whatever, but it looks nice. I mean, maybe if I could toss it at someone, like, it'd do like damage, but I don't think I would want to do that. But anyway, the shiny Pokemon that I do have, I don't think it's necessarily equivalent to trading those two Pokemon that I want, right? And then the other thing is, it would be nice where it's like I could get it myself, you know? And I have Sword Shield. I will actually eventually get a shiny Pheromosa. It's in the cards, it's in my destiny. But that's gonna be a while from now. And I would want two, but I think you can only get one in Sword Shield unless you restarted the game and played from the beginning again. Like you deleted your save and all that, and like transferred the Pokemon to Pokemon Home and this and that and the third, and then you had like multiple. But I don't know if I want to do that. I don't have a subscription to Pokemon Home, so it'd be difficult to move the Pokemon to other games that I have. I think all I have is Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield, and then that's kind of out of the equation if I reset the game, right? And then soon Arceus. That's not that many boxes. I do wish they gave us more boxes to work with in the games, but I guess they're gonna keep it at 32 because, well, there's Pokemon Home, so it's like, if you want more space, buy it, unfortunately. Which I don't know. I'm sure people have debated on like the pros and cons of having Pokemon Home. And also there's like the other thing that's kind of, oh, maybe I should consider Pokemon Home, but I don't know, is like Scarlet Violet specifically. I don't know if the other Pokemon games are like this, but I know for Scarlet Violet, there's no cloud saving. So if something happened to my game, I would lose like 8-9 boxes of my shinies that I've collected. Oh my god. Like, that would be horrible. I think I would pass away, actually. I would be devastated and I would mourn like I just lost a human in my life. Like, I would hold a funeral for all the shinies that I've lost. And honestly, if that happened, I would probably just like be turned off from Pokemon for a long time. I just wouldn't feel motivated to play. So let's hope that never happens. But I've also heard that some people have had issues where like they can't sign in to Pokemon Home, or like they lose their like email, things like that. So they essentially are like completely locked out of accessing their account. And so that's, I guess, another way that you can lose your Pokemon. But I don't know. I don't think I'd go through something like that. But you know, the chances of a shark coming onto land and killing you is low, but never zero. Same thing with Pokemon Home issues. Nope, not a shiny Arrokuda. Disappointed! Sleepy. Sleepy. There's some more Spinneracks around. I don't need Spinnerack either. There's some Poochyenas and Mightyenas. I don't know what the shiny looks like, so I'm hoping if one appears that I can clock it easily. I think, isn't like a shiny Poochiena kind of like a magenta-y pinkish color? I don't remember. I think I may have seen it like once or twice. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for shiny Greedent. Greedent is a Pokemon that I feel like would be a little hard to spot because it's not that big of a difference, but the underside of its tail, it would go from like a dark brown kind of color to like more of a pink, and it's a little lighter. Maybe that would be obvious, I don't know. Because a lot of times I find myself worrying like, oh, what if I don't notice the Pokemon? And then I'll see something out the corner of my eye and I'm like, that's different. And then I run into it and lo and behold, it's a shiny Pokemon. No shiny Arrokuda. We may have to start blowing them up. See, because the thing is, I can't get on Arceus until I get this Arrokuda. So we're gonna get this. And it's not that like I have to, but I want to. Let me get my water. Hydration. I'm trying not to be loud with the noises that I make around y'all. I don't want it to be like metal pipe falling SFX behind y'all. What the hell is that? I don't know. It farts loudly, like reverberated fart, vine boom. We're going to start. Kill. After I switch out, after I do this next picnic, they're going down. Why do I feel like I'm smiling like Tammy Brown? Why is she into the... I don't know. My eyebrows feel kind of fierce today. It's not like they change or anything. But I don't know. I guess I look nice. Kill. This kind of reminds me of when I was shiny hunting Finizen. It felt like it took forever for Finizen to appear, and I felt like I was going crazy. Which is like the example of like, oh, what if I don't... Like, there's been multiple shinies that have been appearing, and I just can't tell because I can't see the difference visually. But then I found one and I was like, but this is really obvious. I don't know what I was worrying about. I don't know. I kind of am just gonna KO them because I want to give my eyeballs a break. There are not many Arrokuda left from the original outbreak. Splendid. sleepy, I suppose. I guess the other thing is I haven't been KOing them because when I'm in the water, they spawn less until I'm in like this corner that's not in the water, on the grass, and then they spawn in more because I'm at a certain distance where they can just spawn. Ugh. I'm feeling a huge sense of nostalgia with like the color outside. I don't know. Do y'all ever get just like I don't know how to describe it. Nostalgia, and it's like you feel like you're living in that point in time, and it just makes you really sad. I mean, it really is just nostalgia, but it's like, I guess, a specific feeling with the nostalgia, or like thought process pattern. I don't know. Please, I want a shiny Arrokuda. I feel like if you've ever seen Spaceballs, I feel like there's one character where he's like, come back! Because he's like yawning because this character is supposed to be really sleepy. That's me. I don't know. I guess me just, maybe I've been too excited talking to y'all. My eyes. My eyes! My cleats are stuck in your cornea. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Please, please, I want. Oh my. So sleepy. This might be a sign. Do y'all take naps? Do you like to take naps? I personally don't like to take naps. I feel like I'll miss out on a lot if I take a nap. Oh, I ran into an Arrokuda and it's not shiny. Oh, see, let me see if I can show y'all. It's gonna be really hard to tell, but the Arrokuda over here is kind of like banana posing. Guineo, you see? Why is it, oh, why is it going like that? I don't know. Very silly. And that's the only thing about Arrokuda that I think I'll like. I don't appreciate that they're aggressive. I don't know what's worse, Pokemon that run at you or Pokemon that run away from you. Maybe the Pokemon that run at you, because if you gotta like save, they're still there. But if they run away and they despawn, you know, it's Jover. Can't believe this. Me willing away my sleepiness. Are to kill. I need to get back on Rain World. I don't know if I told you that, but I do have Rain World on my old senior PC, my laptopy. And my laptop is a fossil, unfortunately. She tries her best, but a lot of times she just will conk out on me. Conky donk, bonky, bonky long. Bumpy smong. Is this how I get when I'm sleepy? I just say weird words. I don't know. Come back. Ah, and it's so stupid. There's also NDD that are spawning around. I gotta look out for those. I don't have any of those. I did try hunting one. It didn't work out though. I didn't really give a gaff. I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'll like shiny hunt until the outbreaks change. Then I'm like, oh, like the outbreaks, they changed, whatever. I'm not like, so I don't know. I have to freeze time. I don't want to give up on getting this Arrokuda. It feels like, let's go gambling. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I mean, I've been lucky, but with other Pokemon. It's just, I kind of wish that my luck was applied to the Pokemon I'm actually searching for. But I can't really complain too much because some of the Pokemon that I come across, I will need to get in the future. So that's less of a worry for me in the future, but you know, in the now, I would like to complete this shiny hunt. Thank you very much. There's also Fomantis that are nearby. And I'm trying to keep an eye on those because then that would complete my line, the shiny line, because I already have the Lurantis. The C dot is in the water. I repeat, the C dot is in the water. But I do hope a little bit that there's a Fomantis outbreak soon because I want my own Fomantis. That's the thing. I don't know if I want a male Fomantis or a female Fomantis. I don't think I mind either or, to be honest. Because let me tell you the concept that I have. I was thinking either or. I'm not really sure which, just because Rayquaza and Deoxys are like my all-time favorite Pokemon. Pheromosa is also up there. Okay, I have a lot of favorite Pokemon, okay? Give me a break. There's a lot. So, speaking of I had this concept where it's like, if I was to like self-insert, you know, in Pokemon, and I had to give like a concept of, like, I guess, who I am, what I do. It's like, maybe I could be like a fashion designer. And then my team, I mean, in my head, I'm headcanoning that I have a bunch of other Pokemon, but they're like chilling in my like home or like this huge yard that I have or something. Why is my arm like, I don't know. But the main team would consist of like, if I remember, I don't remember all of them because I was also wondering if I just made a Pokemon just based on green, like primarily centering green, or like maybe some black Pokemon, like if it was a shiny Rayquaza, you know? Because I do like Rayquaza, but the green on Rayquaza in like without the pixel art, it's like a dull green, like that default green that I don't like. That's what Rayquaza is. And while I do appreciate that Rayquaza's green, it's not a nice green to me personally. So the black I think is more flattering for Rayquaza, especially I love Mega Rayquaza. I love Mega Rayquaza. So it's like, I don't know what I do. What do I do? Anyway, it would be Shiny Pheromosa, Shiny Leavanny, or maybe not. I don't think it matters if the Leavanny is shiny or not, but I do have a shiny Leavanny. I do really like Lurantis without the shiny, but the shiny is nice. I just feel like without the shiny, it's more vibrant. So in my headcanon, and based off the Pokédex entry, my shiny Lurantis is a little more vibrant. And then, what else? Well, you know, if I wanted to have it go off the green thing, I love me my shiny Espeon. And then also have a shiny Deoxys. And I was considering Nihilego. I'm not crazy about the shiny version, but it's like, I don't know. What's your, like, do you feel like when making a team, you have to have them all shiny for like the flex, or you don't really care if it's shiny or not? If you don't care about like the prestige, I guess, of having a shiny Pokemon, do you prioritize the color first, or do you prioritize the fact that it's shiny? You know, like what when you're making a team, not based on like the meta or like competitiveness, when you're just making a team for like aesthetics, for the show, for the performance or whatever, what do you consider? What are the factors that you take into account? Because sometimes you just gotta give concept, you know? But do you see the Pokemon? Well, some of them. Mainly the Pheromosa, the Leavanny, and the Lurantis. Like, those with like the fashion and like some sewing elements. That would be really cool. And then like maybe not necessarily on my team, but having like a skitty, you know, around. I have a little skitty, and then like maybe I have like a Mian Shao, you know. Could be nice. And then the other thing too, when you're catching the Pokemon, what Pokeball do you use? How do you determine what Pokeball do you use? Do you just use one Pokeball, like the type, or do you use a bunch of them? Do you have themes? Because there's people that'll have like a team with like love balls, and then this team has like the heavy ball, and then this team has master balls, you know, like, I don't know. There are gonna be so many things you do. And I think it's really nice to create Pokemon teams with a concept or with a theme. Whether like it's something simple, like just based off the color, like the theme is green, or the theme is pink, or the theme is doctor, or the theme is, you know, like, get more conceptual. I just think it's really nice. Does Aunt Emma visit on the weekend? Get away from me! These Arrokuda and like the hitboxes. Ah! I'm gonna get this Arrokuda. The video is getting kind of long though. I don't know. 3-hour video today, y'all. No. don't know. I had to keep shiny hunting. But I do need to change pace. That's why it's like, oh, I really want to get into Arceus. And you know, everyone's playing ZA. Well, not everyone, but you know. ZA is out, people are moving on to it, playing it. And it's like, there's some, like maybe some FOMO aspect, you know, I want to have fun too. But, you know, I got Arceus to crack open. And I'm okay with that. I've heard some people say that they really enjoyed Arceus. So I would like to experience the same. I think it would be nice. You know, criticism aside, like with the graphics and all of that and any other things going on, it's like Pokemon games can still be quite fun. Also, I really am like a gotta catch 'em all kind of person. I do like to catch 'em all. I just like to do it. What can I say? I don't know. I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going insane. This Arrokuda stuff. This Arrokuda line is pissing me off. But yeah, I hope you have a nice day or night or whatever. Take a nap if you need to. And if you're having trouble sleeping, I hope that you can sleep soon. Or if this video helped you sleep, splendid. And I'm not gonna clap loud. Anyway, goodbye.